The Hundred Years' War, a pivotal conflict lasting from 1337 to 1453, was a tale of ambition, struggle, and transformation, deeply affecting the destinies of England and France. Across 32 vividly painted scenes, we traverse the epic tale of two great nations locked in a dance of power and survival. The year 1337 saw the seeds of animosity sown as King Edward III of England laid claim to the French throne, challenging Philip VI. The air crackled with suspense. The question of legitimacy hung between the crown realms, an indelible tension that only war could resolve. Early English triumphs like the Battle of Sluys in 1340 set the stage for maritime dominance. The clashing oars and cries of battle from the English Channel resounded as Edward's fleet crushed French defenses, leaving France scrambling to regroup. Amidst the din of battle came a deadly whisper, the Black Death, 1347. Both nations buckled under its shadow. Fields lay fallow, soldier ranks thinned, yet the relentless conflict merely paused as the plague licked its wounds. 1346 brought the decisive clash at Crécy. Edward III's longbowmen unleashed a storm of arrows as French knights fell in chaotic retreat. It was a day bloodied by genius, proving English military supremacy and leaving France to mourn. Following the victory at Crécy, the standoff at Calais unfolded. For a year, a beleaguered city resisted under the relentless threat, only to succumb in 1347 as Edward secured a bridgehead, demonstrating strategic mercy. In 1360, a fragile peace whispered through the land as the Treaty of Bretigny was inked. Although a mere armistice, Edward renounced the throne claim in exchange for swathes of territory, yet simmering unease hinted at ephemeral respite. With Charles V's crowning in 1364 and territorial reversals, the conflict reignited. French resolve stiffened. Guerrilla tactics eroded English hold, marking renewed vigor from a France bent on recovering its dignity. From the ashes emerged a peasant girl, Joan of Arc, who in 1429 claimed divine guidance. Orléans felt her spirit. Her zeal fanned the flames of national revival, drawing the stout-hearted to reclaim their soil. Under Joan's blazing banner, the French amassed victory at Patay. The cavalry charged forth in triumph, scattering English forces and turning the war's tide as the myth of invincibility faded from England's grasp. With Orléans liberated, 1429 saw Charles VII's coronation, a testament to reclaimed sovereignty. Joan stood as the sentinel of a new age, her mission shining under Reims' sacred spires. But fate's hand was cruel. In 1430, the Burgundians delivered Joan to the English who, fearing her symbol, condemned her. Her pyre burned not her spirit, instead it immortalized her resilience. The tide turned markedly by 1435's Treaty of Arras, with Burgundy swaying away from England. The fading English light in France darkened as stalwart friendships crumbled like castles in a storm. Come 1450, the boom of cannons heralded a French heroism at Formigny. Normandy slipped from English fingers, the swell of artillery echoing adieu to past glories. Bordeaux's fall in 1453 signaled England's waning hold. A mighty empire crumbled, leaving only whispers of its former shadow. The French, resolute, reclaimed their homeland. At Castillon, the final word was spoken in cannon and blood. England's defiance met its harrowing end as French innovations in warfare shattered once unyielding ranks. In 1475, the conflict's cessation was embroidered on the Treaty of Picquigny. Though peace reigned at last, it was bittersweet, for only Calais signified England's lingering imprint. Bereft of glory, England counted its losses, its power frayed. Internal tensions seethed, sowing the seeds for the forthcoming Wars of the Roses, an aftershock of foreign folly. France, however, burgeoned anew under Charles VII's aegis. The ruins of war fostered national unity, gilding Joan's legacy with an unyielding pride that became France's light. England's longbow swordsmen changed warfare's face, their arrows carving legends that would linger long past Crécy's and Poitiers' echoes. Gunpowder snarl resonated across French victories, a ringing harbinger of what was to come, the reshaping of military doctrine under a pageantry of fire. 1446's Poitiers again gilded English armaments with glory, claiming France's King John II. A triumphal moment veiled by hubris, the Black Prince's strides carried the seeds of future hubris. As English armor clattered, France's heart beat stronger. Du Guesclin and his ilk paved the way, shifting gears with guerrilla genius, balancing the scales unevenly stacked. The war marked feudalism's twilight. New paradigms emerged. Monarchies lured once feudal warriors into an era needing staunch soldiers, not mere vassals. Monarchs stood tall as nobility's power ebbed, reconfiguring the European tapestry. Nobles would no longer unequivocally hold sway. Commoners, these new actors, took to the stage. From its polished throne, the church prayed for peace, yet found itself gasping under the prolonged strife's weight. Joan's spiritual visage, an emblem of divine defiance, shadowed them. The war's reverberations touched both thrones, scorching yet strengthening. England shriveled to humble introspection. France blossomed through churned soil, the gift and curse of conflict intertwined. From the ashes rose the phoenix of nationalism, binding hearts to thrones. Dynastic feuds transmuted, forging newfound identities within divided lands, uniting in fierce pride. The 100 Years' War's end heralded England's unraveling. The Roses' War brewing as echoes of lost territories fostered internal decay. The chapters closed with a resurgent Europe, wholly transformed. Chivalry passed into myth, yielding to swift new world currents where monarchical might danced on bureaucracy's nascent strings. But among embers, Joan of Arc burned brightest. Her martyrdom wove through hearts, her sanctification echoing as a sacred anthem, an immortal testament to hope. As England grasped at its ghosts, the throne's tussle spilled blood. Plantagenet dreams tottering, a dynastic saga unfurling with every fall and rise. If you like it, please but like and subscribe to the channel to receive all that is new.